If you're a fan of old school bodybuilding, then make sure to check out Sups the Movie. Filmmaker Alex Ardenti explores the $40 billion sports supplement industry, delving into the origins, evolution, and current state of supplements used by millions of fitness enthusiasts worldwide, available at Amazon and Vimeo.
Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here, and today I'd like to introduce you to Silver Era Bodybuilder Bob Wiensko, who was a promising lifter and Mr. America prospect at the time, that is the early 1950s, at which point he had won the Mr. Metropolitan title and annexed the Mr. Gotham title. Yes, there is an actual Gotham City in South Jersey, and was runner-up in the Mr. New York City contest twice. As is obvious from these images, Bob was a Silver Era bodybuilder from the Bronx and began training gymnastics at the Bronx Union YMCA, starting off with the parallel bars, the high horse, ladders, and Roman rings, soon becoming adept at all gymnastic apparatus as well as hand balancing. Although he had developed an athletic physique, he had seen images of the one and only Steve Reeves and noticed other gymnasts with more muscular bulk as they trained with weights, and he was soon bit by the iron bug. As can be seen again by these photos, Bob Wiensko developed a beautiful physique with capped shoulders, a square chest, and proportionate upper and lower body, looking like a Greek statue carved out of marble. Athletic yet oozing with power. When Bob Winsco had begun weight training, he noticed that his upper body had already become quite developed and muscular, so he began specializing on the squat and calf raises by placing them first in his workout to balance out his physique. In order to do so, Bob was one of the first bodybuilders to use a two-way split routine, which he would employ during winter, working legs one day and upper body the next, working out 6 days a week after finishing work, and starting at 6 p.m. working out and going to bed. I mean, that's what I call dedication. I mean, this guy just worked and then worked out, slept, ate, and did it again. In summer, however, Bob would work out twice a day, working legs in the morning and upper body in the afternoon, performing this full body two-way split routine 3 days a week. Bob, like most Silver Era bodybuilders, would sunbathe during their rest days in the summer and relax and recover, allowing growth to occur. Working out at the famous Abe Goldberg gym, Bob's training routine was as follows. For his lower body split, he would start off with squats, performing 3 sets of 12 reps with up to 450 pounds. And between sets of squats, he would superset these, of course, with straight arm breathing pullovers, using 75-pound barbells for 12 repetitions, increasing the weight to 100-pound barbells for 12 repetitions. Leg presses followed for 3 sets of 12 repetitions with 600 pounds. When we're talking about not the regular 45-degree leg press of nowadays, but vertical leg presses, which is much more difficult. It would follow this up with 8 sets of donkey calf raises and leg curls to finish. A simple routine, but brutally hard. Bob's upper body routine was just as hard, starting off with wide grip bench presses for 6 sets of 6 reps with 245 pounds. Incline bench dumbbell presses would follow, using 2 90-pounders, performing again 6 sets of 6 reps, reminiscent of course of the Silver Era bodybuilding method advocated by Vince Gironda during the golden years. Barbell curls followed with 3 sets of 8 reps using 120 pounds, incline bench curls, Zeller curls, tricep presses and lat machine press downs, and straight lat machine pull downs and 45-degree overhead rows were also part of his workout. Regarding diet, Bob enjoyed a large breakfast consisting of eggs and bacon, cereal, and drinking lots of milk. Bob would also eat a substantial lunch and dinner, following a whole food natural diet, much like Steve Reeves' diet, which I explained recently on this channel. Bob would also sleep at least 8 hours a night to ensure full recovery. I mean, when we just reflect on Bob Wiensko's training routine and compare it to the likes of Steve Reeves's, Reg Park's, and others that I've actually talked about on this channel, we can see that most of them followed these very honest but hard training routines that were either full body or split into lower and upper body splits. And basically they used compound exercises to develop their strength and muscle, and usually ate a whole food diet. I mean, it's not that difficult, is it? So that was Bob Wiensko's simple but effective routine, which he used to develop his physique, along with a good, wholesome, natural food diet. And what I'm trying to say is that this is a very general method that was used in the Silver Era, and of course it was very, very effective. If you have enjoyed this video, please give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't done so yet, and please leave me your comments and click the bell button to be notified of future videos. I mean, do you like learning about these forgotten Silver Era, Bronze Era even, and Golden Era athletes? If so, I will continue to bring them to light on this channel. That's it from me. This is the Golden Era Bookworm saying bye for now. Now, if you're interested in learning more about Vince Gironda's approach to bodybuilding, his principles, and all these tips of wisdom that he has, I mean, there's so much stuff that probably hasn't been proven by science, and it will take science to prove or disprove Vince. But to be honest, these 3 books, I believe, which I call the Classic Physique Bundle, are the best books that Vince ever came out with. And they, of course, are the Wild Physique, the Master Series, and the Pro Series. Have a look at it this way. The Wild Physique, I believe, is like the ABCs of Vince Gironda's principles to bodybuilding. He teaches you the exercises and his principles. But how do you put them together? Well, the Master Series is a 14-month program of using all of these principles, all of the diets that Vince came out with, all of the exercises. And believe me, it's a brilliant, brilliant program. Many people have used it. I know personally a lot of bodybuilders that have actually used it and made fantastic results with it. And of course, the Pro Series was a book that he came out with later on, specially targeted for getting into competition. It's just these 3 books, as I call it, the Classic Physique Bundle, Vince's best work, and available, of course, at www.goldenerabookworm.com. Now, the Pro Series of Bodybuilding, which was targeted for professional bodybuilders, contains 6 programs, each of which go for 2 months each. So it's a whole year, again, in preparation for competition. Online training is now available, including my new program, Novice to Classic, a program geared towards beginners and novices looking at developing a classic physique, as well as Classic Cut, geared at those who wish to lose weight and gain muscle fast. Details available at www.goldenerabookworm.com. Need a bodybuilding poster for your gym or office? Then check out Iron Man Magazine archive.smugmug.com for the highest quality posters on the planet. Scroll through the galleries of all the legends, including greats such as Arnold, Frank Zane, Sergio Oliva, Serge Nubret, Tom Platz, and Larry Scott, and much, much more, and select your poster now. Your favorite YouTube channel, please visit teespring.com/stores/Golden Era Bookworm for merchandise, including t-shirts, hoodies, face masks, phone cases, and much, much more. Once again, at teespring.com/stores/Golden Era Bookworm. Become a patron at www.patreon.com/Golden Era Bookworm for hard to find books, scans of rare photos, and articles on the Golden Era of bodybuilding. To take full advantage of my collaborations, use code GEB20 with NSPNutrition.com and VinceGironda.com, as well as code Bookworm12 at OSL.com for a discount at checkout.
I don't think that Bill Phillips looked at it as, I want to compete against them. I want to destroy them.
If they pass legislation basically making any type of food supplement a prescription item, that would be the end, the death of the entire food supplement industry.
Take your vitamin pill now.
In the 1960s, the sports supplement industry was barely emerging.
I think the reason why Joe Weider was so successful was he had Arnold on his side.
He wasn't selling supplements. He was in the dream business.
Joe Weider was a marketing genius.
People would say the promotions or the endorsements back then were cheesy. To me, it wasn't. I loved it.
Fitness was taking off. You know, fitness became cool. You had a lot of readers that wanted to be like the stars that they idolized.
Bill's strength is his marketing savvy. He's a marketing genius.
Got it. It's only vitamin.
The right of American citizens to have free access to dietary supplements of their choice.
Consult your physician. You might as well consult the next guy you meet on the street. They don't know a damn thing about vitamins and nutrition.
The dietary supplement industry became the #2 most regulated industry. Nuclear, dietary supplements, pharmaceutical. we're more regulated than drugs.
They come in and you need to allow the FDA. They have jurisdiction.
The enforcement is kind of the questionable side of it, and how do they really get a handle on this monster?
A lot of people tell me that the dietary supplement industry is completely unregulated. It's the wild, wild west out there. It's a free-for-all. That could not be further from the truth.
A dietary supplement is not allowed to have a side effect. I always say the pharmaceutical has to have a minimum of 100 side effects in order for it to be a drug.
And now, it's a $40 billion industry and growing.
That's the really interesting thing, is the cast of characters from the 80s, when it was kind of iffy, to now when it's a lot more legitimate.
They made it sound cutting edge, revolutionary, and different, and I want that. That's cool.
We are in this industry to improve our health. It's not just a vanity project here. We're working on our lifeline. We eat a certain way to improve our health. We train a certain way to improve our health. Supplements are just that. They supplement your work, your graft, your nutrition.
They demonize dietary supplements, but they say all you need is real food. Well, what's a real food?
They pump you up and get you hard, stronger, faster, bigger.
Doc, I want to take this weight gain. I want to take this pre-workout. No way. That stuff, we don't know what's in that. It could be, no way. I'm not going to give you, it's going to kill the industry, bottom line.
So I must have drank so much protein powder from age 15 to 18 that my head was going to explode.
I believed in metrics so much that I would probably punch somebody in the face if they tried to take it away from me.